There was a big black quarterback bowl called Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders, and everybody's making a big deal. Shedeur threw for 360 yards, 3 TD passes, ran for another. Cam, 117 yards. I get that Cam was playing against Myles Garrett, the number 2 defense in the league, the best defensive player. But having watched this, one guy looked like borderline first or second round pick, and another guy looked like a 5th round draft pick. And it wasn't who you think, in my view. Cam Ward looks like the 0-star high school quarterback that he was. I don't know look, I know they got a terrible coaching staff. I know they fired their coach. I know there's chaos in the Tennessee organization, but I didn't like his footwork. I didn't like his mechanics. I didn't like his fundamentals. Cam Ward looks like a really bad number 1 overall draft pick. And Shedeur looks like a guy that might stick around the NFL. Your thoughts?
Cam Ward, every time I see him, especially in the second half of the year, Jason, his internal clock is now hurried up because he is starting to rush himself on every throw. And I saw one, it was an over route to DK, wide open. Should have been a 35-yard gain, and I just said to him, you got to hit that. The most alarming thing that I see about my guy is I don't expect you to make every spectacular play, but you can't leave that many layups on the field. There's too many routine throws, and his mechanics are being rushed. I mean, Jason, not only does he have maybe the most mediocre set of wide receivers in the league, they make up for it by having the worst offensive line. I have not given up on Cam because I've seen too much of him, but you are right in terms of his footwork, his fundamentals, and just being very basic and just sound. He is now, we saw some signs of it at Miami at times. He was a little bit too much of a freestyle artist where I'm thinking, hey, play with the sheet music, right? So this has not been hasn't even been an average or good year or mediocre year for Cam. It's been bad. But if you're going to ask me, and maybe I'm biased, is this Jamarcus Russell 2.0? I would say no, because I've seen enough flashes, but he needs a lot of help. But yeah, everything you said at this moment, outside of his long-term prognosis, I cannot disagree.
All right, what did that game make you think about Shedeur?
He had some good moments, and I was actually surprised, Jason, and maybe because I was buzzing over the Miami playoff bid, I thought there would be more online chatter about, wow, this guy is great. I actually thought there'd be an MVP campaign for him. And it was actually more muted. Yeah, seriously, maybe get his jersey retired by next Thursday, get that number 12 going. I was actually surprised that on Twitter, there was not more. Yeah, Josina Anderson's doing what she does, but I thought there would be like this unbelievable viral campaign for him. I didn't really notice it. Honestly, I thought, and maybe that says something about the detractors, that maybe they're not making as much noise when he actually plays well. I'm going to say something that I said to you last week, Jason. There is no upside in Cleveland or for us as the audience for Deshaun Watson to get one snap that's meaningful for the Browns. I want to see what Shedeur has, the ups and the downs, everything in between. I find him to be very compelling, but what's really compelling is how he has an emotional hold on a lot of people throughout this country. I find that to be fascinating in terms of just human behavior. So again, I'd like to see Shedeur play every single snap the rest of this season.
Here's what happened. Speculation on my part. Deion came to town for this game.
Yeah.
To Cleveland. He met with the Browns organization, Deion did. Probably met with Andrew Berry. Maybe even talked to Kevin Stefanski. Jimmy Haslam may have talked with him. Someone told Deion, hey man, well-off media and your social media campaign is actually working against Shedeur. Tamp it down. And someone got to Deion and helped him understand, like, because I watched this game very closely, way too closely, to be honest with you, given how little importance it had. But Shedeur was doing his best and making a sincere effort to be a little bit less arrogant on the field, to be a better teammate. Conversations I saw him having with Judy on the sideline, just the way he conducted himself before, during that game. It wasn't perfect, but he was making an effort to lean into a tiny bit of humility. And that humility even goes to their online campaign. And because there is an orchestrated online campaign, and that's why it was subdued. Shedeur is making some progress on the field and a tiny bit of progress off the field.
Well, that's growth. That is a sign of maturity and growth. Can we not laud him for that, Mr. Whitlock? Come on.
Yes, we can, but here's what I'm betting on: $1 million. He will revert to factory settings.
Oh boy.
He will revert to factory settings.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
It's gonna. I haven't even looked at the schedule. I haven't even looked at the schedule to see who they got this week. Because it could be as early this week that he reverts to factory set. This is a kid not built to handle success, and so he'll revert to factory settings. They play the Bears. Now they got him and Caleb Williams going against each other. Yeah. He's wow. He finishes the season. Okay. Caleb Williams, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow. Yeah, that'll be very interesting.
Tell me, come on, Jason, admit it. If the Browns dare say, starting this week, we're going to run out Deshaun Watson, tell me you would not groan. All of America.
No, I would not.
If I was a Cleveland Brown fan, I'm going to tell you right now, if I was a Cleveland Brown fan, and first of all, my condolences to you fine people. If I was a Cleveland Brown fan and they made that announcement, I would take my season tickets and burn them. I say, no, you're going to at least make this interesting for me. You're going to, seriously, whether Shedeur is the quarterback of the present or future, he brings some life, some entertainment, and he brings some value to this whole process here. Because they're going nowhere. Give me Shedeur or give me death.
If I'm running that organization and I got a chance to run Deshaun Watson out there for 2 games, I'm doing it. Shedeur has shown me. But I'm just telling you, when I watch Shedeur, he doesn't put any fire on the football, man. He's guiding it. He's placing it as carefully as he can. And I just think whenever he faces real defense, consistent pressure, Mark Schlereth, I thought, did a brilliant job calling the game. I don't know how you watched or listened to the game, but he talked about, like, hey, what are they doing? Why are they playing? Why is Tennessee playing man-to-man against Shedeur? You got to play zone and confusing. And as soon as they did, that's when they picked him off, and that's when the problems happened. And then at the end of the game, they're up 2 scores. Right. They start relaxing, and he pads his stats. Not going to take anything away from him. There was progress.
Yes, but Jason,
I'm not sold.
Amazing. To the fearless audience, hey, guys, all you millions out there, we found him. Guys, we found the one guy that wants to see Deshaun Watson play football. I didn't think it existed in 2025, but we found the guy. Wow.